Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi. So, P.S. Bitch, you guessed it. P.S. Hi. P.S. It's me, your literal favorite host, Shanti Teg, coming at you. Coming at you. Okay, so can I just say something? Run for the hills. P.S. Go listen to that episode if you haven't already. Can I just say something? But really, can I say something? And what I would like to say is something about the wheel of time keeps on turning. Now, I'm referring to age and getting older and how that really isn't even relevant in the scheme of things, because we know that time is an illusion, so to speak. Yes, do we know this? We know this, right? We also know that it's possible past, present, future lifetimes is also kind of this I don't want to say farce, right? But that might not be how things actually go. And we also know that this kind of old school way of thinking around aging fucking sucks. Am I right? It's wait, I'm how old now? Because I literally feel 15, or I literally feel 25 forever. And that's what I say, 25 for life, honey. Because for real, even when I was in my teens, I felt like I was 25. And even when I was a little bit older than 25, I felt like I was 25. And that's kind of like a peak prime time in life. It's kind of like your peak, so to speak. It was legit one of my peaks in life. But it's really interesting. And as I've been here on the planet longer and longer, I've gone through some real ups and downs around aging. Am I right? Because I haven't really seen a lot of graceful aging in my life. I haven't had a lot of examples of what it could be. And it's one of the reasons why I fucking love numerology, specifically tantric numerology, is because in numerology we don't actually work with age. We work with birth date, right? We work with year number, we work with a lot of different number placements, but in none of that are we really working with age. And I'm like, okay, there's something to this. Not only does it kind of take some pressure off, but it also reframes what's actually important, what is actually kind of giving me life, giving me valuable information. In this concept of I'm getting older, that's not giving me life. Hello. Obvious. Say something else that's obvious. But not, and it's not really giving me anything of value. However, the reframe that I'm really embracing, that I would love to invite you all to kind of consider, is I've just been on the planet in this particular incarnation for this amount of time, as opposed to I'm getting older. Time is running out, right? Because time, I'll say this: we have kind of a certain. Hi, Steve. Steve Kitty Cat is here. Hi. Are you planning on scratching on things and potentially biting me? We'll see. We will, we potentially have a limited amount of breaths, right? Well, while we're in this avatar on loan, we have a limited amount of breaths available to us, right? This round. So we could think of it that way. And I enjoy thinking of it that way because it gets me off my ass, right? So we don't need to be lazy bitches. P.S. If you're a lazy bitch, check it at the door. All right. If you're in a capable body that's capable of capabilities, don't be lazy, honey, because we have limited fucking breaths in this life, and we incarnated to what? Do stuff in order to contribute to the evolution of our fucking soul that we can't do when we're not in a physical incarnation, all right? We have emotions available to us in a physical incarnation, especially human, and the human is a high incarnation. We have a chakra system, especially in a human incarnation, that's not available to us when we're not in a physical incarnation, okay? So there's a lot to be so grateful for and to not take lightly and to not be lazy bitches about it, all right? So if you're someone who's been on the planet for a chunk of fucking time, right? Or maybe you haven't been on the planet for like a large chunk of time. Large is relative, we know this, right? You know, but like let's say you're a youngster, whatever that means. But you're also like super fucking wise. You're an old soul. You've been around the fucking block. It's not your first fucking rodeo, right? And then the flip side to that is just like, well, you know, it's like my physical avatar is changing in ways that may or may not be comfortable for me. But like, honey, I'm a 25 for life. Y'all know what I'm fucking saying, right? I like to look at it this way of, what am I even saying? What way do I like to look at it? It's like, okay, you know what? I am here to do shit. I'm here to experience stuff. And you know, like age and age difference, I kind of like feel, and this is like a touchy subject, so I won't go too far in. That's what she said. But this whole concept of like, you know, let's say partnership and like age difference. And I think like once you kind of get past that, you know, threshold of adults, right? You know, from 22 on, 20 on. Now let me be clear. I am fully aware that 20 doesn't mean mature adult, but sometimes it fucking does, because there's old souls on the planet. We have soul family on the planet that like maybe we just hopped down at different times, but it doesn't mean we can't co-create. And partnership can look like anything. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could look like business. It could look like friendship. It could look romantic, right? But you know, it's been kind of like, I don't know, this has been on the forefront of my mind recently, as I tend to my avatar in new ways, and how, and you know, there are multiple different kind of like canons of teachings around longevity, also immortality. And I study some of those things. I think those things are fascinating. There are, you know, potentially yogis in the caves that are 300 plus years old. Like that shit is so fucking fascinating to me, especially as a yogi. It's like, wow, you know, what am I, you know, what's possible? And then we go back to kind of this concept like, well, I have a limited amount of breaths, right? And again, it doesn't mean that that's not true, but just like any kind of like universal law, at a certain point in your practice, and in your kind of proficiency with that practice, like Kundalini yoga, there's a lot that's fucking possible. There's a lot that's possible that we can't wrap our mind around quite yet. But I am being able to wrap my mind around more and more. Hey-o. Cheers to that, bitches. And I'm inviting us all to do the same. So my question for you is thus: what is your relationship like with aging, right? Or with how old you are, how young you are, the time we have on the planet, what the fuck you're doing with that time on the planet, what your relationship is like with others that might be in a certain age, you know, what this whole concept of age. And I would love to just like get it out of here. Right? Just like, oh my God, I'm experiencing something. I'm here and now. I'm right here. I'm right now. Here's my connection to me. Here's my connection to others. Here's my connection to my body. Here's my connection to this project. Here's my connection to this fucking podcast. Here's my connection to the bitch squad honeys. But yeah, yeah, dude, the wheels of time keep on turning. The wheels of time, that's Wheels of the Sky. But can we, I still like it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. The wheels in the, it's the only one wheel in that song. The wheel in the sky keeps on burning. I don't know where I'll meet tomorrow. It doesn't apply slash totally applies, am I right? But yeah, dude, can we just like redefine some shit? Because PS 24, now it's 24 for life, it was 25 for life. I'm aging backwards, y'all, okay? And I invite you to do the fucking same, right? Because we can maximize each fucking moment in this life experience. Number one, if we want it. Number two, if we're not lazy fucking bitches. And number three, if we have the fucking tool. And honey, I got you with the motherfucking tools. Not all of them, but as I learn, I shall share. So honeys, thank you so much. Bitch squad, you know I love you. Satnam blessed be. Fuck yes.